Hi, I'd like to thank Jonathan Byrd for asking me to do a ukulele chord tutorial for his song Love is the Law. Uh, he has a guitar tutorial which will be attached in the description, as well as a PDF song chart with lyrics, measure breaks, chord diagrams for both ukulele and guitar, which is available at the link as well. So we'll just get right to it. It's a 4-chord song, and the recording is in B minor, so we'll look at it in B minor so you can play along with the recording. And each measure gets 4 beats, so it's in 4/4 time. It's a little bit of a country folk vibe. So strumming wise, we'll put a little accent on beat 2. So we have 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and. So down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, and that second down is pretty big in comparison. So we'll start out with B minor. To play B minor, you're going to bar at your 2nd fret on the ukulele with your 1st finger. I like to buddy up in this case with my middle finger just for a little extra strength. And then basically you're playing an A minor shape on top of that bar, but it's at the 4th fret with your 3rd finger, 4th string. So it goes 4, 2, 2, 2. And you want to get a nice firm press throughout that entire chord shape so that you don't get any clunkers. So you want to press nice and good. And so there's our B minor chord. The next chord, so we have 4 beats of that, and then we go to a D chord. Now there's a couple ways that I would suggest playing D in this song. Coming from the B minor, you could do a partial bar with your 1st finger since you're already barring from the B minor chord. Now the partial bar, you have to be careful that you leave the bottom A string, the 1st string, open ringing. So it's a little bit, you have to kind of bend your finger a little in a weird way. Otherwise, you could do a partial bar, or I would suggest using fingers 2, 3, and 4. So it's all 2, 2, 2, 0 on the frets. And I would suggest that shape for that, those fingering for the D chord, as it's easier to move to the A chord immediately after, so we leave our 2nd finger exactly where it is, and then all we do is place our 1st finger on the C sharp note, 1st fret, 3rd string. So you have 2, 1, 0, 0 for the A chord, and then we go back to the B minor. Now on the 3rd line in the verse, we do go to a G chord, and that will be 0, 2, 3, 2. And I use my 1st finger on the C string, D note, middle finger on the B, on the A string, and then 3rd finger is on the G, on the 3rd fret, 2nd string. So those are the 4 chords in the tune. In the 4th line of the song, in the verse, and also in the bridge, there is one measure where there are 2 chords in one measure, and so it goes B minor to A and back to B minor. And so it's 2 beats, 2 beats, and back to a full measure of B minor. And then the only other thing to think of is it's not a square folk pop song. The lines, a lot of the lines have actually a measure of 5 bars in a phrase. So at the end of each phrase, we're going to just hang on that B minor chord a little longer. We're counting this in a fast 4, so it gives it that extra measure. Otherwise, if it was a slow 4, you'd actually get a bar of 2/4. So to keep things simple, I put it in a fast 4 so we can play along. So grab the music from the link, and let's just kind of walk through these changes here. And I'll stand up so you can see my hands. All right, so we'll just go through the chords here, and I'll sing out the chords in the melody. And here we go. 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and down, down, up, down, up, down, down. Put the accent on the 2. Here we go. B minor to the D, then the A, back to B minor, extra measure, B minor. Do the D, then the A, back to B minor, extra measure to the G. The holy fire to the D for 2 measures, A for 2 measures, B minor, A, B minor. So those each get 2 beats. To the D, then the A, back to B minor, extra measure, second verse. All isn't off, less is not love at all. Extra measure, 2, 3, 4. The law is just, despite every rise and fall. Extra measure to the G. The king is dead, long live the king. What can we give him? 2 beats each, B minor, A, B minor. All isn't off, less is not love at all. Love is the law. Love is the law. Here we go to the bridge. You can't run, so that's to the D. Back to B minor for 2 measures, to the A. Again, 2 beats, B minor to A, back to B minor, 3, 4, interlude. And that's where the interlude comes in, and it's basically a solo over the first 2 lines of the verse. So each it's 10 measures, so 5 bars each line, and right after that, seed inside, 2, 3, 4, B minor to the D, to the A, back to B minor for 2 measures, 2, 2, 3, 4 again, to the D and the A, back to B minor. Third verse, B minor to the D, to the A, back to B minor again, 3, 4. All is enough, there is no higher call. To the G again. Every light shines from a single flame. You shall love is heaven's name. All is enough, there is no higher call. Love is the law. Love is the law. Back to the A for 2 measures, and then B minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And you can slow down a little bit at the end there. So that's if you're playing it just on a standard tuned ukulele. High G or low G will work. Now some of you may have one of these at home. It's a kit called a Capo, and basically what this does is it allows for easy key changes without changing the shapes of the chords. Also, if you may only know 3 or 4 chords on the ukulele, you can get away with playing along to a lot of songs by using a capo. So an easier way to play the song would be with a capo, and so we're going to capo at the 2nd fret. Now one just little bit of advice: when you play with the capo, you always want to tune after you put the capo on. So we're just going to tune real quick. So now instead of tuning to G, C, E, A, we're going to tune to up a whole step. So instead of G, we're going to have an A. And so my capo makes my ukulele go a little sharp. So I want to bring it just down to where A is now in tune. My C string is going to become a D. So I want to tune to D for my 3rd string. My E is going to be up a whole step, so that will be F sharp. You want to make sure there's a little hashtag, £, it's a sharp. And then our 1st string is the A, which will sound like B with the capo. So then in this case, to still play with the recording that Jonathan does in B minor, basically the capo is playing the role of the bar chord with our 1st finger. So basically we don't have to bar chord. So in this music, anywhere you see B minor, you're going to play an A minor chord shape. Anywhere you see D, you're going to play a C chord shape. Anywhere you see A, you're going to play G chord shape. And when you see G, you are going to play F. So it's a little bit of transposing. Basically, you just take letters of the alphabet and bring it back one whole letter. So B becomes A, D becomes C, A becomes G, and G becomes F. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There you go. So I'll play it now. I'll just go through one verse section as an example with the capo 2. And so you'll play A minor, C, G, back to A minor. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the C, to the G, A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the C, to the G, A minor. To the F, the holy fire. To the C, burning in your heart. To the G, divided. So we're gonna go A minor, G, back to A minor, 3, 4, A minor, love is the C, through to the G, back to A minor, 3, 4, and then we're at our second verse there. If we did the, let's take it into the bridge quick. So it's the you can't run. So we're gonna play we're gonna come love is the law, love is the law, love is the law. You can't run, C, to A minor high, the blackest G, then A minor, G, back to A minor, and then you're in the interlude. A minor, C, G, A minor for 2 measures. And that's about it. And it's a really great tune. Do play along with Jonathan's version. If you see live, maybe there's some live recordings of him playing out. You could move your capo up to the 4th fret. That would put you in C sharp minor, which is where he does it live. Yeah, just you can move the capo around and play in the A minor chord shapes, and that will you can kind of see what works for your voice. Otherwise, to play with the recording, just play in B minor. All right, thanks guys. Bye.